How's it going today, guys? So today we're going to be talking about the top 3 things that rich people do differently. So first I want to explain my inspiration for this video. I came across a video something along the lines of things rich people do that poor people don't. And I'm going to link this video up in the description because it is most likely the most offensive video I've ever seen in my entire life. Because it basically paints a picture of the elitist rich people and the things the poor people do. So for example, one of the things they said in that video was rich people buy the clothes they want while poor people have to buy what's on sale, and as a result you're guaranteed to wear everything the poor people are wearing, so you look like a poor person. And that is like one of the most offensive things I've ever heard, but there were so many things in that video that were so incorrect, it was really bothering me. And that video had over 1 million views. I was like, I hope people are not watching this and taking this seriously, because that really puts people in an awful mindset. So I wanted to give you guys my own version of this video and give you 3 pieces of actionable advice of things you can do that the rich people are doing so you can follow the same habits of the rich people and become rich yourself. So first though, I want to paint a picture of how rich the people in the world are, how rich the richest people actually are. So according to an Oxfam report in January of 2017, the 8 richest people in the world have as much money as half of the world population. So the 8 richest people in the world have the same amount of money as the other 3.6 billion poorest people in the world. So that is a very unequal distribution of wealth. But the one thing I want you guys to realize, this is one misconception people have, is when other people around you are getting rich, this does not prevent you yourself from becoming rich. In fact, it actually just provides examples of things you can do and plans you can follow. So I don't want you guys to slip into that mindset of the rich are getting richer and the poor are staying poor. While that's true, I want you guys to become one of those rich people who get richer and not be someone who is poor who looks down on the rich people, because the truth is, they're doing things differently with their money and they're doing things differently with their time. So here's the top 3 things that you can do to do what the rich people do and become a rich person yourself. Number 1 is setting goals. So you need to be setting goals with a specific, tangible outcome as well as a timeline. So a lot of people mistake goals for dreams. They say, oh, I want to be an athlete, I want to be in great shape. That's a dream, that is not a goal. A goal would be to say, I want to be able to lose 20 pounds and run a marathon by this specific date. That's a goal with a specific outcome as well as a defined timeline. The other is just a dream. That is something you hope to do someday. So you need to be setting specific, tangible goals, and you also need to hold yourself accountable to those goals. Because if you're not holding yourself accountable, nobody is, and it doesn't matter whether or not you're successful or unsuccessful with attaining that goal. You also should have daily goals, weekly, monthly, and yearly goals of things you're always trying to reach. All these goals need to be specific, tangible goals with a timeline. They can't just be open-ended goals, because then you could just trick your mind into saying, yeah, I'm going to get there someday, yeah, I'm working towards it, when really you're not doing anything, you're just treading water. You need to have short-term as well as long-term goals, and you need to maintain a daily to-do list. This is one of the biggest things that I read many interviews with very rich people, and these were the 3 things I came across most frequently, were these 3 specific things. One of the biggest things was maintaining a daily to-do list. That's going to keep you on track, and it's going to hold you accountable, because if you don't finish everything on that list, it carries over into the next day. So you're going to make sure you're getting as much as you can get done in each day, and you're not going to let things slip through the cracks. That's one of the biggest things you guys need to do, is to set goals and also maintain a to-do list every single day. You got to be using a calendar. You got to be writing stuff down and holding yourself accountable. Number 2 is screen time. This one is huge, guys. Stop consuming content. Stop watching television. I mean, I understand some people like to keep up on the news. Some people like to watch things just to understand what's going on. But if you're sitting watching Game of Thrones or just junk television and you're just a consumer of content, you're just wasting your time. You should be creating content, not consuming content, or creating something, working on something, building something. You shouldn't be a consumer, all right? Because if you're a consumer, you're probably going to fall into the poor group of people, because you're consuming. You're not building, you're not creating. So one thing I would recommend is avoiding junk television. You don't see many rich people bragging about watching TV. Some people do watch some TV as leisure, so when you do have designated time, when you have leisure time and you're not doing anything and you just want to kick back and relax, absolutely flip on a game. Or if you have social activities and you watch football games with your friends and family, I encourage you to do that because you need to have social time. You need to take at least one day a week off from all of your work and just relax so that way you can refocus and realign yourself with your goals. But you shouldn't be spending 1 to 2 hours a day watching junk television or keeping up on shows or watching content that doesn't provide you any value. I do recommend you watch educational content. So whether it's YouTube videos, maybe you're someone watching my videos and this is helping you become a better person, consume content that's going to benefit your life and use your screen time wisely. You want to avoid wasting time at all costs. A lot of people who are doing this are just looking to distract themselves and fill their time. The rich people want more time because they understand that time is money. That's why the wealthiest people out there, a lot of the rich people, they sleep 5-6 hours a night because they know how valuable their time is. While you see a lot of poor people sleeping 12-13 hours a day and spending a few hours a day just consuming and watching content and just stagnating. You need to create positive habitual behaviors. So consuming junk television is a negative habitual behavior. It's something a lot of people do. They spend an hour every single night watching TV to unwind. Why not read a book, which is going to be number 3? Why not create a positive habitual behavior instead of filling your time with something that's not benefiting your life? So number 3, the final thing that rich people do differently is reading. And in my opinion, this is the most important one. I would say having goals is a close second, but reading by far is the number 1 thing that has helped me in my life. Rich people read a lot. So Warren Buffett reads 600 to 1,000 pages a day. He said in the past he spends the majority of his day reading books. And he recommends everyone reads a minimum of 500 pages a day. Am I doing this? No, I'm not. But I do try to read at least 1 book a week. Sometimes I'm trying to do 2 a month. So I could read more. I should read more. But I am at least beating what the average is, which we'll talk about in a second. Bill Gates reads a book a week, which is pretty good. That's a good number. And Mark Cuban reads 3 hours a day. So that's 3 examples of very, very rich people who show how important it is to be reading. And in fact, guys, the average CEO reads 60 books a year, while the average employee reads just 1. So I'm not sure about you, but last time I checked, the CEO makes a hell of a lot more money than the employee of the company does. So if you want to be more like the CEO, start reading books, start consuming knowledge, start learning, rather than just wasting your time with junk consumption of content. Consume educational content that's going to help you in life and help you learn more and become a richer person. Alright guys, that's pretty much all I got for this video. This is the 3 things that I think rich people are doing differently. And these are 3 things you can do yourself. These are 3 things I do myself. And like I said, I may not be doing all of these things, but I'm certainly doing some of these things. I'm not reading 500 pages a day, but I am reading more than 1 book a year. And I am setting goals. I maintain a to-do list. And I do not watch any television. I don't watch any TV. So I'm not telling you guys that I'm the richest person in the world, but I do believe that I'm on track to be, a person who's well off in the world because I'm doing these things, and I want you guys to do these things as well so you can follow the habits of the rich. I hope this video didn't come across as offensive because that last video, I hope you guys watch it. It's in the description. It was one of the most offensive videos I've ever seen in my life, and I don't want to at all come across like I'm trying to be elitist or tell you guys that the rich are so great and the poor people suck. That's not at all what I'm trying to say. I want to encourage you guys to break out and become a rich person yourself and learn and have a better life as a result. Anyways guys, if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing to be notified of any future uploads. And as always, I thank you for taking the time to watch this video.